Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Michaela and I'm a part of the Ashtanga Yoga culture. I became a part of this group when I was 12. My father took me to one of his yoga classes and I've been practicing yoga ever since. Just a little bit of background information about this culture is that it was founded by Padhibi Joyce in the late 20th century in India, and it focuses on 8 different limbs that kind of emphasize breathing, posture, and spiritual awareness. And I know there's many different types of yoga, but what's interesting about Ashtanga Yoga is that it sets the foundation for many modern yoga practices, such as power yoga or hot yoga. And power in this culture is decentralized. Members view each other as equal, no matter what age, race, sex, etc. We acknowledge the fact that we can learn something new from everyone, and because of this belief, no single person retains authority over others. And in order to dissemble any power hierarchy within my class, my teacher is always reminding us, like, hey, I'm sharing my knowledge of this practice with you rather than teaching with you. And he's also emphasizing that I'm a student too, because I learn something new from you guys every day. And on a second note, every time we enter the studio, we're instructed to leave all of our judgment and prejudice at the door because everyone is to be considered equal inside. And Ashtanga Yoga is most definitely a long-term oriented culture. We value the learning process rather than a quick outcome. I remember when I first began practicing Ashtanga Yoga, my teacher had me repeat like the first part of the sun salutation for 30 minutes every day for a month straight. And it was rough, but he had me do this because he wanted me to develop a strong foundation for the following postures and also to ensure that I wouldn't get hurt in the future. And Ashtanga Yoga is also used as a preventative method for many athletes so that they too won't get hurt in the future. And finally, this culture is meant to be practiced throughout your entire life because there's this one lady in our class and she started at 12 and 30 years later Ashtanga Yoga is still part of her daily routine. And this culture taught me to really focus on the nonverbal messages I was sending to people around me because before joining this I was more of a shyer person, so I was like really kind of hostile and I kept to myself and I didn't really make eye contact or smile at people, but I noticed that every day, no matter what everyone was doing, they would always smile at me. So there was like one point where I was like, okay, I should probably start smiling back. And over the time, I kind of improved, and then people were like, kind of smiled at me, and like my communication through those messages was better. And it was actually funny because this one lady came up to me one day and she was like, wow, I'm glad to see like you're more happier in life. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she was like, well, when you first started, you were always so angry and like unfriendly, but now you seem happier. And I was like, oh, sorry, that was just my RBF. But anyways, I like knew that my nonverbal messages were improving to the point at which people were actually realizing it. And so to kind of wrap up this presentation, I'm just going to leave you with like one word that this culture really values. And it's an Indian word, and the word is shanti, but it translates to peace.